All too often I get asked about behaviour of children, and I've had phone calls that have said, we've got this child, their behaviour is terrible, how do I exclude them? Which is a terrible question to ask. So I usually just take them back a few steps and say, well, what is causing the behaviour? Let's actually think about this a bit more. I have another colleague that was invited by a church to come and check out their children's work because they thought all their children had additional needs. When he actually got there, he sat through the whole programme and at the end just said, actually, your children don't have additional needs, you're just boring. Now, I'm not just saying that everybody is boring if they've got children that misbehave, but there may be a hidden disability behind that behaviour. When we talk about the area of additional needs, what we forget is that there are many, many children with a hidden disability or additional need. Sometimes that could be autism. We often think that that's with behavioural problems, but a lot of the time it isn't, and many children go through life just feeling as if they're a bit odd and we don't notice that there is an additional need. There are other children with things like ME or fibromyalgia, very painful conditions, but we forget that they're there and really struggling with things, even something as simple as having air freshener in the toilet, which is a problem for many, many children with additional needs that are hidden. Often people will say, behaviour is language, it's trying to communicate something. It may be discomfort, it may be boredom, it may be I cannot cope with the kerfuffle that is going on around me. And sometimes we need to just stop and say, is there a hidden reason why this child is behaving like this? It's very, very rarely due to just being a naughty child. So have a look, are there really bright lights? Is it really noisy? Is there something that's really smelly in there? Is there a buzz from the lights? There are so many things that can set a child off. Sometimes they don't understand something, so they've got into trouble for not following the rules, when actually all they can do is follow one instruction at a time, and they've been given 3. It's always good just to sit down with the child and instead of saying your behaviour is awful, just say, why was that then? And have a go at together just finding out what would help them in the future.